Okay, let's do some more DCS. All right. Somebody was asking me about what plane would I recommend for a new person. So here's my top three. Uh, Keep in mind, okay, these are my top three. Somebody was asking me about this is my top three. My top three. So I'm gonna go from the bottom up, and I would say it's not an aircraft. This is a module, but I would say the Kiowa, the Kiowa. I would say the Kiowa is number three. If you're a new person and you're into helicopters, this is probably the easiest that you can fly that also has some significant weapons. So you can get in there and do some damage. The Huey, the UH-1 is cool too, but this one you can really do some damage with. You can load it up. Let me turn down the volume.
In this lesson, we will prepare for takeoff and make a first flight. Remember that you can restart the lesson by pressing left shift plus R. You can also skip the remaining steps of the tutorial at any time by pressing backslash on the keyboard, then select F10.
Yeah, the Kiowa is because I say it's one of the easiest ones and one of the ones a new person gets because really all you got to do is set up your keybinds, which I have not done. I don't have any keybinds set up for this. And you just get up and go with this thing, man. Like you don't really have to be the good. I don't even think you got to do all the collective stuff. I haven't flown it in a while. I'm not gonna fly it now because I don't think I got any keybinds set up. Matter of fact, I know I don't. I don't know what that was. It just happened. Damn, is that somebody getting shot down over there? Oh, that's a scratch. That's a bug. And here's your little targeting thing you can move around. But yeah, this thing, man, if I felt like really keying it up, this right here is one of the ones I would say for a beginner and you want to buy a helicopter. This is definitely one to have, without a doubt. It's just I don't know, it's just such an easy thing to get up and fly in. Unlike the Apache, Apache is more powerful, more complicated. But I mean, for a beginner, I think the Apache would just frustrate you to the point where you might just put DCS down. I mean, if you combine that complication with the fact that it is constantly being updated and the systems in it are already, in my opinion, kind of uh, detailed and complicated. I mean, I hadn't flown a thing for a couple of months, and before I stopped flying it, I was pretty good at Hellfires, the fire control radar, setting up my chaff and flare. I totally forgot how to do that. I was good with George AI. So I had to go back and watch some YouTubes and relearn it. But this thing here, I think once you learned it, even though uh, getting these screens set up right can be a bit of a challenge, but once you get it, you got it. So that would be my number three. That would be my number three. My number two would be the F-18C. That would be my number two. And I say that because you can learn this pretty quickly, even though it's got a lot. I mean, a lot going on. You get this, you get a carrier, and if you get the super carrier, this gives you so much for your money. It's just unbelievable. I mean, getting to take off on the carrier, getting super carrier. I think if you're gonna get the F-18, you got to get super carrier. Yeah, you got to get super carrier. But you get so much with this, and it's got a decent amount of training missions to get you started, and it's easy to fly. I think the F-18 is super easy to fly. You can do these training exercises over and over again, and if you commit to one of these, let's say if you commit to the F-18 or you commit to the Kiowa, you're gonna get really good just off of those training missions. And then if you go and hit up a bunch of YouTube videos from the really popular YouTubers that do DCS content, you're gonna be so good with this plane, man. My problem is I just can't commit to any. I just can't. I don't. It's not that I can't. It's just that I don't. I would also recommend don't buy multiple modules at once. I mean, I know you want to, because I buy every module that comes out, but I think that does you a disservice. Because if you got all these modules, if you take the fact that installing is not that bad, but key binding and learning the key binding and learning what you key bind, that's a lot, man. And if you try to do that over multiple aircraft, I think it just makes DCS super hard for you. And I'm talking about from experience. I'm talking about from experience. It makes it super hard. And then sometimes you'll lose key binds, like I did about a month ago. So you definitely want to, save them somewhere. Uh, at one point, I had pretty much every one of my modules keybind, the, even down to the Huey, which I'd never fly. It was keybind. And then I did an update. I think I switched drives. When I switched drives, I didn't do a backup. And when I didn't do that backup, I lost everything. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm be honest with you, when you lose everything like that, it makes you not want to play DCS again. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It makes you want to best be like, you know what? I'm gonna do something else because running through all them keybinds again, especially if you got multiple discs. Now, if you got one, maybe two, Yeah, you're gonna be mad, but you can handle doing one or two. You can handle doing one or two. But if you buy four or five of them and key bind them, then you lose the key binds. Key binding takes time. Flying these jets takes time. Learning them takes time, which is another reason I said don't buy, three, four different modules. I think a lot of us got multiple modules that we ain't really committed to. We haven't really committed to one single module. What am I supposed to go to? Cat 2? Because we've already been there behind, they do Cat 2, spread the wings. That's right, shear 5 seconds after the wings fully spread. Stow the handle with 0. Yeah, you don't really learn anything when you got multiple modules. So I would say pick one, no more than two, and just roll with that, man. Roll with that. Then once you get those down or you get bored with them, which I don't really see how you can do that, but sometimes you do, then go buy another one. But the Cower, easiest aircraft to fly. F-18 got a lot of systems, but there's a good amount of training videos that comes with this thing, and there's a good amount of YouTube videos that what am I doing? Am I gonna take off? I'm definitely gonna take off. Catapult 2 on your right. Okay. Yeah. See, when you got the super carrier right, you get a guy that's gonna direct you where to go. Uh, you don't have to go to the outside view like this and look. Damn, did I go to the wrong carrier? Or did I go to the wrong one? I don't even know what I'm doing, bro. I think I did. So he wants to go to that catapult. But even stuff like this, if you just get the F-18, you're gonna learn how to fly. You're gonna learn what carrier, what catapult is what, and not do what I just did. I don't know which one he want me to get to. He says catapult 2, so I'll assume it's down here somewhere. I don't think this is it. They need to have catapults labeled for us dummies. Whoa! I'm supposed to push the brake. I got bombs on here. You know, if the shot increased dollars in mil power. No, I'm not. Not with them wings up. I mean, you get all of this with this F-18. But you gotta buy the super carrier. I know some people probably say you don't need a super carrier, but man,
Airborne. Roll to the right and hold your radial up here in flex and accelerate to 300 knots. When taking off from cats 1 and 2, you will perform a starboard flaring turn, and when launching from the waist cats, you will perform a port flaring turn. Once you've turned 20 degrees from the carrier bearing, turn back to parallel the carrier's bearing and keep your altitude below 500 feet until 7 miles from the carrier.
look at
This
two.
is to keep you out of the way
Air
of
show.
oncoming traffic. Press escape to conclude this lesson.
Yeah, this F-18, man. This is one where you get so much with this one model. You're gonna get the regular non-super carrier with it. So you gonna get carrier launches, carrier operations with it. I think this one you get the most bang for your buck, in my opinion, because you get so much. Just the fact that you get to launch off the carrier. It's a lot. I think it's a lot that you get for whatever this thing costs now. It's probably 59 to 60 bucks, maybe 70 bucks, which is another reason why I try to give some of these away. And when I say try, people don't come back and claim the damn modules. But that's another video. But with the F-18, right, if you get the F-18, it gives you everything you need to get going. These training missions can give you pretty much everything you need to get going. And then you can go on YouTube and type DCS F-18 18 anything tutorials, startups, and you're gonna get this. You're gonna get a bunch of videos from different people. Ground Reapers are good. Red Kite is good. I initially didn't like Matt Wagner's videos, but his videos are way better now. I don't think Spud does a lot of training, but if you want to see different things at this, or maybe he does do a lot of training. Uh, who's another guy that does a lot of training? Let's see, you got Red Kite, Trigger. Trigger does some really good quick videos. Spud Knocker. You can check my videos if you want, but I don't do much training videos. I just fly around, shoot stuff. What's the other guy? Uh, Growling Sidewinder. He doesn't do a lot of training videos. He does a lot of flights though, and uh, different missions and weapons, but not necessarily training. But you can see it's a bunch of people out here that's got videos that can show you how to do whatever you want to do. There was one guy though, he used to do 60-second videos. I think that's Tricker. I think he used to do 60, yeah. Hornets, he does all, these are cool right here. Start up in 60 seconds. He does a bunch of videos where it says, "Damn, it's been 2 years." I think too, when you look at these videos, if you see these and you use these guys' videos and you see an opportunity to uh, drop some stars on them or whatever, it takes a lot to do these videos that they do. I mean, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time, believe it or not, to do a video. You do a live stream, it's just out there. You do a video and you got to edit that video, that's a lot. And so I don't know why a lot of these guys don't have like I don't know, a funding link or something, especially if they got enough subscribers to be in YouTube's money program. Yeah, but look at all these laser guided bombs, cold starts. Uh, he got a bunch of them, man. But yes, the Hornet is a good one to start. So you buy the Hornet, uh, and if you want to get the super carrier, I would say don't get the Hornet if you ain't gonna get the super carrier. You can do it without it, but that super carrier is the bizarre. It adds a whole new level of realism to your gameplay. I mean, a lot. The third one to get, and the one I highly recommend, and keep in mind, these are my recommendations. These are the ones that I would say for a new person who wants to get the most bang for their buck. And you're going to have to study, but it's not going to just feel like you studying to be a brain surgeon to, to learn how to fly. Number one to me, and I keep on saying to me because everybody has their own preference, the Viper. This one is probably the easiest, in my opinion, aircraft to get in, get out, get in. I can come back 6 months later and still fly this thing, even with their updates. As long as my keybinds are still there, I can come back and fly this 6 months, and I'll still know how to do Mavericks. I still know how to fly the 88C. Uh, it's just one of the easiest airplanes modules that they have. Everything from the aim from air to air, aim 120, aim 9. You know, you might have to come back and do a little bit of training because if they update the module and change the way some process is, we still don't have a DTC. Uh, I don't think I don't think the fire control radar works in here yet either. I'm not sure. And it's got some missions, but some training missions, but not as much as say. Oh, I didn't even load it no more. The AV8B has about 9 billion missions, but I don't recommend that one as something for somebody to just you're a beginner to jump in. Number three would be OH-58D. Number two would be the F-18C. And then my number one for me is the F-16C. I can get into the F-16 any point. And maybe that's because, I mean, I've been flying the Viper since BMS. But even in that uh, product, I could just get in it at any time and fly it. You know, it's the only aircraft that I actually know how to that I know how to actually start from beginning to finish. I can do the quick start, or I can do the detail start. You know, I can do the Air Force official start where you check everything and you do the bits and all that. Uh, I can just do it in this plane. It's that to me it's that easy. And I don't know, it might even be the cheapest out of all of them. I think the let's see which one is cost the most. Let me see which one of these bad boys cost the most. None of these are cheap. Even be the cheap out of all of them. Yeah, none of these are cheap. Which one is cost the most? Let's see. What are the prices? Here we go. eShop modules. F5E 41. I don't know nothing about that. So the Kiowa is 70 bucks. The F18 is it's on sale. I don't know how long, but 47 bucks. That and the Viper are the same. But these things are only look, that's 80 bucks. So they're not cheap, which I cannot understand. If I'm giving away two modules, why the hell you don't come back and claim your module when you win? But that's another story. That's another video. But look, these modules are 80 bucks, man. So that's expensive for the Kiowa though. But I don't know. Is it Kiowa or Kiowa? $47, $47, so 50 bucks. That's not bad. I remember a time when I wouldn't pay over $25 for a game. I also remember when games started going up. I remember one time there was an F-16 game that back then they tried to get $90 for it, and it was a bullshit game. It was some kind of F-16 fight or something. And of course, I fell for it because I'm a junkie, and when I bought it, I was so pissed off. It was horrible. It was the lamest F-16 game ever to be released. I mean, just freaking terrible. It was the worst. The absolute worst. But anyway, back to the Viper. So if I want to get in this Viper, I'm just gonna do take off from the ramp. It ain't gonna be started. It's so easy to do this thing, man. Let's fly this mission. So my number three, Kiowa. My number two, the 18. And if you want to get the super carrier, that'll add to the immersion. And my number one is the Viper, the venerable Viper. Like this plane to me, just it's just the easiest thing in the world to get up in and run in. Watch now, I talk all that shit. Watch me forget how to start it. What was that, man? Oh, I guess it turned daylight all of a sudden. Click this switch. I don't necessarily do this in this order. We go. To my alignment. I didn't request this, but we'll do it anyway. Shift home. Uh-oh. I just did the wrong thing, didn't I? Oh, I thought I accidentally hit the wrong button. Baghdad International.
Springfield 1, request startup.
Quest startup. Warning. Are we aligned already? No. It's so easy, man. Although I will admit, when I played BMS, it did take me a while to figure this out. But I was in a VFW, a 27 Virtual Fighter Wing, and those guys patiently walked me through startup pretty much every time. Once you blew startup, I remember in the BMS, if you didn't turn that AC on, you were cooked. I don't think there was a way to reinitiate it in that game. You just either didn't fly or they had to reload the mission. I think that's what used to happen. But this thing is so easy. Look, it's aligned, and I'm gonna go to nav. We all set there. I think what I did wrong is you normally don't turn this on to out this align. What did I say, off? Alright, we go enter, turn, request
Springfield
taxi.
1, request taxi to runway. Springfield 1, clear to taxi to runway 15.
Oh, we ain't got no weapons on. Is there anything to shoot? Oh, some stuff over here. I got Apache over there though. He probably loaded up with so much stuff. Oh yeah, he going to town already. He got about 14. Let's just go drop something. Ground crew. Let me get some. I want to load. So I got a load out already, don't I? GB is. My favorite is CPU 97.
Request rearming. Copy.
Yeah, the Viper is so easy to fly, man. I say this and watch I been forgot something. You know, main power, start, turn on the radio, turn on your mode switch for your chaff and flare, select the
Rearming complete.
program. Get that HMD up, turn on your threat warning. Oh wow, he's a rearming genius. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, but We got waypoints. We got waypoints. Well, it would be nice if they make it so that you can move these waypoints on the map. I thought I read somewhere where that was a process to do that. Okay. I'm just gonna take off wherever we want to take off from. Spin that baby. We're going down a little further. God dang it. Yeah, this is my favorite plane right here. This is my go-to. Whenever I get frustrated playing with something else, I just come back to the Viper. Come back to the Viper and all is well. We ain't supposed to go this way, but we're going. All is well with the Viper. I don't know which way I got the most room. Shit, ain't either one of these gonna be good. Well, we'll try it. We're taking off midway with a shitload of bombs. I think this would be the best way.
You are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.83.
What is that? I got a warning there. Stores. Okay, let's go Cat 3. Ride that line. Ride that line. Ride that line. This never gets old, man. I don't care what nobody says. The Viper never gets old. None of them never really get old. But the Viper, to me, never gets old. I'm not gonna be able to find out where this guy is at. But oh, he done killed everything. Boy, don't put no Apache over there with Hellfire. Expecting anything to be left. I think if you're gonna get maps, the maps that I would buy, this is really biased, and I understand that I don't think a lot of people plan Iraq. But I would buy Iraqi, and I would buy the Persian Gulf. But those are just my preferences in terms of what a lot of people have and are playing. I really don't know because I don't do multiplayer that much. I think generally if you got the Caucasus, which comes with it, uh, you pretty much gonna have multiplayer covered. To be honest with you, yeah, you pretty much gonna have multiplayer covered. I ain't can't hardly see this runway. Is that it? Where's the runway at? Everything looks so brown. Yeah, this never gets old, man. At least not for me. But one thing, you can't really. Is there two sides? There's two sides here. Runway should be a little darker. I can't tell the difference between the runway and the ground down there. Yeah, I just really think this Viper is probably just the easiest thing to go with. But that bang for buck, getting the carrier along with the F-18, can't really argue with that either. Can't argue with that at all. I landed wrong. Landed sideways. Wow, was that far off? Damn.
Springfield 1, taxi to parking area.
I broke the shit out this bad boy. Ah, look at, oh my God. Yeah, he tore that wheel up, bro. Let's see, can I get a hot pit repair? It's not gonna tell me turn the engines.
Request repair. Unable to comply.
I didn't think I was that bad to the right. I guess so. Well, that's what we got crew chiefs for. We broke it. But yeah, this bad boy here is the easiest to just really get in and go. Fly by wire. You can't break the wing. You can't. I haven't yet to snap the wings off of this bad boy, and I've tried. I did see at one time where I think one of those either growling sidewinder or spud managed to show how that the damaged module would rip the wings off. But I haven't seen that video or any other video
Request repair. Unable to comply.
showing that to be the case. I think as long as you hear them blades spinning, he's not gonna do nothing for you. Apache's coming back. Oh, damn, what these guys, there's plenty of stuff over there. Where's that at? Oh, it's way down. way down yonder. Oh, I had seen the ads when I was up. I would have went and did. I would have went and did them in.
Request repair. Copy.
Yeah, there used to be a little icon here that you could jump in other planes. Oh, don't tell me that went away. Did that go away? Uh-huh. That would not be cool if that went away. Hmm. Yeah, you better jump in any plane. We gotta fix our plane before we put it up. You don't have to, but this might little kill some time in YouTube. I think if I had to go beyond those three, the Kiowa 18 and 16, I don't really know. To me, the rest of them are kind of a toss-up. So I think the F-14 is easy but complicated to learn because even though you don't have to learn the back seat, it's got a front seat and back seat. But you can break that F-14, in my opinion, really easily if you don't have that touch. You get the yanking and banking and cranking at speed, it ain't gonna be good. For a new person, that'd probably be so frustrating. The A10 is a smoker. But I'll be honest with you, the A10 it's so slow it puts you to sleep. So if you're gonna do the A10, you gotta understand. Oh, that's sweet right there. You gotta understand what it's about. And you ain't finna just be binding up the skies in the A10. I never knew it had that noise. But in terms of devastation, an A10 can do some damage, bro. A10 can do some damage. A10 can probably do more damage than any of these planes, especially when it's fully loaded. I kind of want to go back up and shoot them bad boys down there, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if it's gonna let me start back up. Yep, think it is. I was gonna go do that flight, but I changed my mind. Changed my mind. All right, so number three, the Kiowa for me. Number two, the F-18, the Kiowa. I think it's Kiowa. I might have to go Google that. F-18 and then the F-16C. But don't do this. Don't do this. DCS probably don't care for me to say this, but don't buy all these damn modules, man. Because you can't. I think the F-15C comes with it too, doesn't it? I think that. I think that comes with it too. And I think this Su-25 and this T-51. Never flown them. But out of the bulk modules, boom for helicopters, boom number two, and this is my number one. So 3, 2, 1 for me. I haven't loaded this one up in a while. I went hard on it, and then the whole situation with the money and the developer and the publisher, and yeah, I don't know where that's at right now. Doesn't look like any new training missions hit, so this is a bad boy right here too. But me personally, I found that it was hard to really get in to the F4E and really learn it. Uh, you can keybind so much in this thing. You can keybind so much, and you got a front seat and a back seat, so you can fly it off from the front seat. You can do everything from the front seat, but when you got a back seat guy and a front seat guy, that y'all been flying for a while, that's pretty cool. This has a back seat and a front seater. It's a single seat, back seater, front seater, pilot and co-pilot. You on your own. All of these are cool though. But just for the purpose of this video, the easiest ones, if it's a helicopter, I'm gonna say this one versus the Apache. Uh, F-18C versus the F-14. F-16C to me versus 14, uh, or 15 or 15C. That's what I would go with. If I only had money for one, I'm going with the Viper every time. Even though I know you're gonna get that carrier uh, option with this, I'm going for the Viper every time if all I got is 60 bucks. That's all I got to spend because I can get in this one and get going and end up doing all of these efficiently in no time at all. F-18 is not as complicated either, but it's got a lot to go with it. There's one thing I used to do, I cannot figure out how to do it again. It's some kind of man in the middle of bombing where you can see the video screen and guide the missile right through the window of some shit. Oh man, that was so cool. For the life of me, I can't figure out how to do that again. But I can do everything with this bad boy. So that's my take. They're gonna kill enough time now. I'm gonna go and let's see. The Hog is the Beast, my second module ever. Back when it KA-50, never mess with that one. Yeah, the Hog is a beast. I can't really get into it because it's to me so. It just seems so complicated. The different things you can do, and those damn screens, the digital stores management. It's wow. You can do so much with it, man. That's why I never was able to get into it. Love the Apache. I love all these suckers, to be honest with you, except I don't mess with this stuff. But the rest of these, I freaking love. But this is my boy right here. I'm gonna jump in this every time. If I just feel like getting a quick 30-minute flight in, I'm going in the F-16C. If I don't have a lot of time to do something, if I'm going to fly multiple aircraft, I'm going to end flying with the F-16C because it's just so easy, super, super easy. All right, let me get out of here. Those are my top 3 planes for beginners.